It's time we had to talk about the important things in life. So I have to give credit to Mecha42 and the YouTube user Mark Fair for the idea for this video. Mecha video is going to be in the description below, so go ahead and check it out. We're going to be talking about the evolution of Klingon boobs. So, in the original series, Klingon boobs were, let's call them underplayed, okay? The women in Klingon society didn't feel the need to over-display. In the episode The Day of the Dove, the female Klingon Mara, played by Susan Howard, was the consort of Kang, who would reappear in the DS9 days. In that episode, an alien entity was feeding off violence, and pacifism was the answer. Interesting thing to scratch your skull about. Then we move on to STD boobs, which are supposed to be like prequel boobs, okay? The Klingorks, Chancellor Laurel is a fucking rapist. Think about it. I tried to force feed myself that episode. Into the forest I go, and it was so fucking retarded that it hurt my head. Okay? The whole premise of the episode is that they're trying to discover a way to detect cloaked Klingon vessels. But right before the mission to plant the devices to detect cloaked Klingon vessels, they detected a cloaked Klingon vessel in orbit. So it's like, why don't you just do what your computer said and then send that to Starfleet and we can win the fucking war? Well, cause, you know, we need Mikey Spock to have something to do. And we need a reason to show you why guys can get raped too. Future Chancellor Laurel, played by Mary Chieffo, is shown in a flashback scene, and you actually can see her cleavage, her nude cleavage, because this is a CBS subscribed stream, so we can show you naughty things that we can't show you on TV. Not quite the Klingon boobs I was looking for, okay? They went out of their ways to make these Klingons look like Middle-earth, fucking golem, orcs. And, yeah. And then we come to what I think is the golden era of Klingon cleavage. We're gonna start off with, Kalar. If you're a Star Trek fan, I'm sure you fired off many in homage to Kalar. Perhaps Worf's only true love, mother of Alexander, and damn sexy woman. Susie Plaxton. Yeah, she appeared in the episodes Emissary and Reunion. And even though she only had those 2 appearances, her footsteps carried weight. We would hear the echoes and reverberations of her presence throughout the entire rest of the series. It's a shame they killed her off. It did give motivation for Worf to shove a bat'la up Duras's ass, but, you know, speaking of Duras, his sisters were racked the fuck up. Lursa and B'Etor. And this is what I mean by the golden age of Klingon globes. Lursa and B'Etor, played by Barbara March and Gwyneth Walsh, were unabashedly displayed as voluptuous, because as sexy as that was, it was evil as fuck. And it's one of those things like, if you're a man and you've ever been with a dishonorable woman, or a woman who used her charms or virtues to undermine the natural process of things, then you can relate to this. Because as a guy with a living, we're drawn to certain things. Whether that is a smart idea or not is for life experience to teach us. But we still respond to things. So using the boobs as a means of like drawing you in and enticing you, but knowing that that's the wrong fucking thing to do, well, we have quite a conundrum on our hands, don't we? Eventually, Lursa and B'Etor meet their end at the hands of a photon torpedo. And their boobs exploded in a flame of glory. So what have we learned today is that we must cherish our boobs, and we must hold them close, and we must love them and pet them and squeeze them and kiss them and honor them for the boobs that they are, because you never know when the boobs that you have will be gone from your life. And let's face it, folks, a life without boobs is a life not worth living. I'm Immortal Coil. Ring the bell, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see covered on future installments of Savage Spirituality. Share the video, that always helps. And just remember, hold the things that are dear to you close to you. She'll appreciate that too.